Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're having a catch up on this, well actually let's just get the box art. It's the Scale75 Texas Revolution figure, obviously 75mm in resin. I've held it together with CA glue. I've used a lacquer primer on it from AK's Real Colours I believe. And the rest is painted in acrylics. I did a grey and then just a white over. I wasn't that fussed with putting the black, mainly because I didn't have any black. I've been trying to order some black now for 2 months and each time I forget. Anyway, enough of that. It's a decent enough figure to paint. The sash and the sash and the gourd just had a base colour on last night just to see what I wanted to do with it. The jacket these are obviously like buff leather for when he's riding his horse, and he's got obviously disintegrating linen trousers. I went for a more beige look on these rather than the white. There were a couple of dings in the leg which were easy to fill, but I decided to leave them and just make it as if he's been going through. Is it the mesquite that's quite thorny? If not, anyway, thorny bushes he's been going through, and he's cut up around the legs. Done a one on the back there. There wasn't a ding on the back. I just thought I'd do a bit of continuity. I put a bit of blood on the specks, around the linen trousers. There was another ding in the very top of the knee, so I've done that as if he's maybe kneeling down firing or something. But I think this is called a Quera jacket. It's a buff leather as well. I might well add some scratches and stuff as I've done on the trousers. Just about to see the dirt and specks and that I've put on the trousers, and a bit of blood. That bit there is blood. I don't know what you can see through the camera. They came in different colours, so my research says, although when I was reading up on these Quera leather jackets, they weren't, the ones I was seeing, that the Mexican army were using were like more or less English Civil War buff jerkins rather than having arms in them. And when I was seeing the reenactors, they would quite often have like a cotton one with like fringes and stuff, but I thought, no, they've said it's a leather one, so I'll go with that. So I've not done exactly the same colour as the box art, but it was a colour I liked, and I'd seen a couple of ones online, so I thought, yeah, I'll go with that colour. It's like an orangey red. He's got his hunting knife, gave it a brass name escapes me now, but anyway, I've done it brass rather than white metal. The pickings here, I believe these were all the different pickings for the musket. It's a Brown Bess musket, they were saying in the info, but they said they used to cut them down to make them easier to operate on horseback. That box artists have painted this in like the black rubberized leather. I mean, I didn't know if they had them in the 1830s or not, but I've given them a linen one, and with brass buttons on the jacket. I've got to do the cuffs inside, and obviously you can just see his shirt. That'll be a white linen, but I won't do that until I've done the face and the hands. Just had a base coat on. I just got a lot of paint left, and rather than waste it, I thought, well, I'll stick a base coat on the face and hands. Yeah, I've got to work on the sash tonight, on the gourd, the cord for it. Then I'll put probably a base coat on the serape, or serap, I'm not sure what it's called, and see how far I get with that tonight. As I say, in some respects he's turned out a bit like the box art, but obviously I've done different colour linen trousers and bag and stuff. But I thought this went nice. The colours brown brogues and everything, so that's what we've gone for. Let's move that back a bit. There we go. So yeah, you know, decent figure. So they're going for £45, which to me is a bit top end really for it, but I got this for about 20 quid in a sale 18 months ago from Hystrix agents, so I'm quite happy with what I paid for it. I'm glad I've actually, it's one of those figures, it's been so, I like Alamo. I mean, this is obviously San Jacinto, Siege of Goliad, Siege of Bexar, is it? And obviously the famous Alamo as well. San Jacinto Company were made of Tejano, Mexican settlers that were pro-Texas independence, and that's what this guy is. So thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. Hopefully there'll be a bit more finished on him soon. And so I'm literally painting a couple of hours a night on him because I've just been enjoying it. I didn't want it. I've got a backlog of figures at the moment that are just waiting for plinths, so I've got a fair bit to show you. It's just getting everything, you know, falling into line really. But yeah, I've enjoyed that. So I need to get that Oiran bust on that she's all finished. I've got the bust actually being used to prop this piece of card, so it just needs to be put on the bust, on the plinth. So we'll get that one done shortly and get a show and tell. I've also done those little epic scale war elephants. They're all based in that. They're just waiting for. I didn't think they'd hold. I tried gluing the figures down onto the howdahs and they weren't particularly sturdy, so I'm going to have to use some super glue, which can be fragile in itself, but I think that's the best option for those. And then they get a clear coat over them in the next couple of days. The commission for the 18mm AB Napoleonics Westphalians, they are, all the horses are painted, and I'm going to paint the tack on the last four today, and shabriquet, so the saddle cover and everything. I've also done the jackets on them all apart from the last four as well, so I'll do a bit of a show and tell part painted of those coming up in the next couple of days. But I just thought, no, we'll have a look at this guy. I've really enjoyed painting him. I wasn't too sure when I kept pulling out the box and having a look at it, and in the end I thought, no, let's give it a go, and I've actually really enjoyed it. So it's been one of those projects that have flowed, if that makes sense. So as I say, I'll leave the musket till last, I think, and obviously the ground cover. We've got some general's hat on the floor there from the Mexicans. Hat I'll probably doing like a grey buff type colour, I think. And he'll have obviously dark blacky brown hair. And the serape, I don't often like doing things because it's almost like you're just copying the box art, but I might well do roughly what they've done on the box art. We shall see. Anyway, look after yourselves. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look. As I say, I put all these, I've been doing photographs up on the community tab of this and other stuff. I just say it's a bit like it's easy to do that. I don't have to, when the house is noisy with my wife working from home now, it's hard to get times when I can make videos. So that side of it's great because I can take photographs, do a bit of blurb and post it up, and at least you get to see work in progress. I'm about to order a couple more figures, which will see me through over the winter period. Probably a couple of fantasy figures this time from El Greco. So look after yourselves, and we'll catch each other very soon on another video.